what is a microaggression? So it's when someone or a group of people expresses unconsciously or unintentionally a biased attitude towards a person who is part of a marginalized group. So, going on from that, raise your hand if you have ever experienced a microaggression towards you. Alright, so here are the type of microaggressions. There's behavioral, verbal, and environmental. Behavioral microaggressions are communicating with action and symbols, such as hate symbols. Verbal is unconsciously saying something offensive to the receiver without even realizing it. So an example is, wow, you look so exotic, without realizing that's offensive when it's really offensive. And environmental is lacking proper representation and diversity. So that means not having enough co-workers with like different backgrounds and such, or just not, again, as earlier stated from the fourth magazine, not giving enough time or effort to improve these diverse cultures within a workplace. And here's an example from Michael Scott from The Office on what not to do at a workplace.
Besides Mexican, that you prefer something less offensive?
Mexican isn't offensive.
Well, it has certain connotations.
Well, what connotations, Michael?
No,
Must
no.
have something.
No, now remember.
I'm just curious.
Scott, welcome. Howdy, where are you talking? Was your dad a GI?
Of course, those are some few examples of what not to do.
Yes.
And here are more examples of microaggressions. So there's micro-assaults, micro-insults, and micro-invalidations. So micro-assaults are statements that minimize the experience of members of marginalized groups, whether so saying all lives matters. Micro-insults is comments that convey that certain person from that marginalized group is the exception from the stereotype. So, for example, it's like, wow, you speak so well for blank, blank, blank. And micro-invalidations is a form of bias that criticizes the minority group, but they discredit them. So like telling a racist joke and saying, well, I was just joking, and stuff like that. So what to do afterwards when you experience microaggression? So first, you seek support from friends and family. Second, know your worth. Don't let it get to you. Know what you're worthy of many things, and if you're comfortable enough, address it with the person the person or group who said something offensive to you, and like educate them on why that was offensive. And lastly, for report to HR, again, just like how we talked earlier this semester about sexual assault and sexual harassment, take notes of what happened, take accountability of people who saw the encounterment and stuff like that, and take it to HR for them to help you out with the situation. Now, ways to improve for the workplace. You can educate yourself and others. You can either read books, have diversity and inclusivity workshops. I know William Drew College has workshops for mentors when they're in the freshman mentor program, and apply your environment. Recognize your own biases and prejudices. Become an ally, but when you become an ally, that means you need to continue learning and become active. Update competing policies. Diversity policies is critical, and colorblind policy doesn't work. According to the book Whistling Vindali, they stated, bless you. Anyway, they stated that diversity policy is critical because research showed that when more people are in a more diverse environment, they're more comfortable. And according to Forbes magazine, again, 1 out of 3 people will not go to a workplace that doesn't have enough diversity. And colorblind policy doesn't really work. It is not really as effective as many people would think. And critical feedback, this is from, again, from Whistling Vindali. This is the Tom Ostrom strategy, where the person A, which is the boss, use high standards in evaluating the work the person that person A believe that person B can meet the standards. So saying like, oh, okay, oh, so I think you really could do well for a higher position, and this is why I'm valuing you this way. So this actually shows that it works with people, that they'll go and strive harder to be. And the other one is hiring and maintaining a healthy work environment. And here are some of the pros of cultural diversity in a workplace: increase productivity, increase creativity, improve employee engagement, improve company reputation, improve a cultural insight, and have a wider range of skills.